Good morning. Can you see up my nose this morning? My friend Martina told me I could see up my nose when I had it. We don't want that. Not good. Okay, this is Velma Hagar, in case you didn't know that. And it's a beautiful Sunday morning, and I am getting myself ready to go to church. I'm waiting for Stacy to pick me up, and off I go. But in the meantime, I wanted to share something that I was talking about yesterday. And I put a video out, a blog out today on it. You know, whatever you focus on in your life is what's going to grow. It's just like watering a plant. If you water it and you tend it, it is going to prosper. Oh, can you see up my nose, really? I spit. I love doing these videos because I can do anything I want. I don't have anybody telling me what to do. You can tell I'm happy this morning. I went to see Johnny Mathis last night with Darlene at Agua. Oh my gosh, you guys. You know what? He's not a good entertainer. He just stands there, but he sings. That sucker is 84 years old, and he hit all of his notes. And I sat there and reminisced, and it was just beautiful. I was so still. You know, I hardly ever sit still. I think I have a little mini manic in me, you know. But I sat so still, and I was so mesmerized by his music. And at his age, that he could still hit those notes, it was wonderful. That's not what I'm here to talk about, but it did make me feel good. I actually, you know, I'm such a Pollyanna that I don't let myself even grieve or reminisce over my past or get into anything. You know how some people are always daydreaming about their past. I don't do that. But you know, I had the most wonderful marriage with my Philip. And I moved right along after he died, even though it was the worst thing that ever happened to me in my whole life. And I kept running. You know, I just was like off on cruises and doing everything instead of reveling in what I had. And so last night with Johnny Mathis singing, I sat there and I was so still as I remembered all of the years that I had with him. And I went over all of it. I just went over it and enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I didn't cry. On the way home, Darlene and I shed a few tears, a little gentle ones, because you know she lost her husband about the same time. Our husbands were best friends, and we all did so much together. And her and I had our widowhood together. And I'm talking so much about this, and I was supposed to talk about focusing on what you focus on. What's good? Oh well. This session is called Rambling. I'll put a hashtag, Velma Rambles. Oh well. That's it. Buy my book. Okay, I got to get back. I have time because you know I'm doing these a little longer because YouTube likes them a little bit longer. Okay, so now what you focus on is what's going to grow. So whatever you tend to think on, that's what you're feeding. It's just like feeding it. You're going to feed a monster and it's going to grow, and then you're going to wonder why it's big and ugly and you know taking over your life. The word says, I love this scripture. It's Philippians 4:8. I don't usually give addresses, but I'm going to give that address because honestly, Philippians 4:8 is probably my favorite scripture in the New Testament, other than the red words that Jesus said. And it says, whatever things are pure or lovely or beautiful or of a good report, if there be anything noble, think on these things. That's what God tells us to do, to think on good and lovely and noble things. So anything else that comes into your mind, cast it out. Don't let it get root. Don't let it take hold. And you know, there are those of us, for some reason, I have friends, and I just love them, who tend to think negative, who tend to think someone's mad at them, to tend to think, oh, they kind of ignored me. I wonder if they're mad at me. They have that negative way. I don't know what makes it happen. I don't know if it's learned behavior. I don't know if it's DNA. I don't know. But all I know is don't let it take hold of you. Stop it. Cast it down. Cast down all wild imaginings and allow yourself to think on the good things. Not only allow yourself, force yourself. Make yourself think on good things because there's tons of them. No matter what happens in your life, try to see the good in what happened, even when it's bad. Even when it's bad. I remember when Phil died, and I would say to myself, well, at least I don't have a lot of laundry to do. There wasn't a whole lot of good in him dying. But he also left me a real nice life insurance policy. I could focus on that. He set me up for life. Would I rather have him? Yes. But I have to look at the good. So, really, really make an effort to do that in your life. Because whatever you decide to focus on, you're gonna cause to prosper. Okay, I talked six and a half minutes, but I want to share my little tip. Remember I told you I'm going to share a tip every time? First of all, please, pretty please, subscribe to my YouTube at Velma Hagar. You're going to love it. It's Velma rambling. But I'll tell you what, buy my book, Hidden Treasures in Secret Places, and get it on Amazon. Because if you buy it on Amazon, that sucker's going to be a bestseller because I am deciding it's going to be. And if God agrees with me, and I think he will, it will be. Okay, now, my tip. Every time I do one of these, you're going to get a really neat tip at the end. So stick into the end. I used to have cramps in my legs so bad. This just happened like a year and a half ago. So bad. Every night I'd wake up. As you get older, you start having little things go wrong. I mean, like a lot of things go wrong. Yuck. This isn't for sissies. Old age is not for sissies. Anyway, and so I go to my doctor, Dr. Russell, and I say to him, Dr. Russell, I whine to him, I've been having these cramps in my legs really bad. And he said, I'm almost ashamed to tell you what I do for my cramps. And I go, what? I said, I love things that aren't chemicals. He said, I drink pickle juice. I get in my refrigerator and I drink a slug of pickle juice every day, dill pickle juice. And I go, oh, I love stuff like that. So by golly, I came home and I started slugging right out of the fridge. I get the nice slug. Now, eating the pickle alone does not do it. And so I said to him, what do you think it is? And he said, well, I think it's a combination of things. I think it might be the salt and the vinegar and the fermentation, but whatever it is, it works. It really, really works, you guys. So with that said, if you have cramps, drink pickle juice. It really works. And don't drink a lot, just, one slug. All right. Did you like that one? It's kind of dumb, but you know what? You're going to get some good tips from me. Remember, I'm 76. I've learned a lot, and I have a lot to teach you. But in the meantime, I want you to focus on all good things. Don't feed ugly stuff in your life. All right, you guys, till next time, Velma Hagar, blessing you, bidding you a blessed day. Bye.